So, hello everyone, and welcome to Rocket Lab Weekly Episode 100. Woo! Exactly. So, the reason why we were late is we were having little technical issues.
Massive technical
issues. Massive technical issues. We have actually never met before, and I didn't prepare to do like a four-way video, and then we had these grand ideas on how to do it, and in that nothing worked. So we technically don't know if you guys can hear us, see us. Okay, we are live. So can you guys hear us good? Do you see us good? How many people do you see on the screen?
How many people can you hear too?
How many fingers am I holding?
Are you getting more than 20 pixels?
I'm seeing yes. I'm seeing yes.
Looking beautiful. Somebody commented the quality is and then nothing. I'm like, okay, what is it? All looks good.
The Wi-Fi is not great either, so we're
a little blurry. Yeah, that's the Wi-Fi that is here.
And the webcam probably.
Yeah. Cool, guys. So it's a boring day, right?
Yeah,
nothing special happened. Yeah. So yeah.
It definitely was surreal. I still am like driving back. I was pretty surprised. I was just like, that didn't happen, right? Like, it still kind of feels like a movie in that respect. It definitely felt like it was like a live stream, kind of like playing through my head. But at the same time, like I know for a fact that we were there. We obviously all flew here. That was a whole story on its own. We could talk about that if we want, but man, I'm happy because I personally have been like really shy about like getting videos and stuff. But these guys, like kudos to them. They have some absolutely phenomenal footage to share with you guys. Mm-hmm. So like I'm just like so happy that I don't know how much you got, Scott, but like Dave and Vince got.
I saw them going, and I'm like.
You were like, I'm here for the moment.
Like, great photos and stuff, but like I just let these guys do their work. And
yeah, I'm so glad I came because even like 4 days ago, I didn't think it was going to happen and it wasn't going to work out. And even on my way to the airport, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get in. And
even this morning, we didn't know if we were going to.
Oh yeah.
That's such a good story. We need to.
You guys should. You should tell it.
Yeah. So guys, because we are like not U.S. citizens, so Matt was always like, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. It's going to be very easy for me. We have to, And then like Dave and Scott, like they basically found out. We got an email on Monday that Dave and Scott like didn't hear back from NASA, and that means that the application like didn't go through, and they cannot come. And then somehow through Muriel's magic, it was like we fixed that.
Thank you, Muriel.
Yeah, we have to thank Muriel. And they booked in the ticket, and then we thought that it was going to be very rocky. And then we went to the badging office, and we were standing in line, and the lady was like, "Is there a Scott here? Like, you have an appointment. You come in." And so that was good.
Everyone in line. There was like six people. They were like,
"Yeah."
Scott guy must be a big deal, I guess.
Yeah. And then Matt came, and then it's like, "What's your name?" Matt Farley. I don't have you on this list. Is it maybe Matthew? Yeah, check that.
What's your middle name?
Yeah.
And I'm like
you're not on any list. So Matt almost didn't.
Yeah, I was like afraid for my life. I'm like, oh my God. Like I thought I was like a shoo-in, right? And then luckily there was some other Rocket Lab folks, I guess, just getting some other things like, oh no, if you're a US citizen, since you're going on a bus and you're not registering a car, which we weren't, right? We're going on a bus full of other people. You just have to share your ID. They have you registered with the bus, so you're good. And I was like, oh my God, thank God. But I started having a mini heart attack. They started emailing the lady at NASA. Anyway, it was, I started like being like really sad. But luckily we met the nice lady. She does the electron and neutron
sales. Yeah. And I think she was very confidently talking about like, I'm selling a lot of neutrons and electrons. And we were like, okay, yes.
Yeah. So hopefully there's some stuff coming soon.
Yeah, hopefully there is some stuff coming soon. And
one final point on the whole badging situation.
Yeah.
We got put with a babysitter because we're foreign. Yeah. We got on the bus and I didn't see her for the rest of the day.
Like we basically just drove into the Rocket Lab facility and she's like, "You're good now." And then we started filming and then we met with security. And then he's like, "You guys are not allowed to film. Like that's the normal operations on this base. And I know you guys, and and there's going to be a lot of leniency. Like normally you would not be able to be here, but like we really like stretched, and NASA stretched, and everybody stretched, and then so we didn't even know if we. I mean, I told him I have like a lot of footage now, and he's like, it's probably fine. And then then we were allowed to film, and we actually have some teasers for you guys. So I think all of us will have videos coming.
Yeah, I'll probably release something.
Yeah. I actually did like we got a tour of Wallops, and I filmed with like a gimbal camera, and I tried to make it look like you guys are on the tour with us. So you will hear like an engineer explaining what the different tanks do and the different buildings do, and the Neutron launch pad is freaking amazing. Like
Insane.
It's
Huge. Pictures don't do it justice.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
It's going to be a very long video, like 40 minutes, but I'm going to release it, and it's going to be like you guys are there with us.
And like I feel like I could say that like a million times, but and I feel like the people that have been there say that the pictures don't do it justice, but like I feel like you really can't see the scale of it until you're really there in person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even people walking, like the Maddie video, and you're like, oh, this is really big. It's like even seeing like, oh, she's really small compared to this massive pad. It's like you really don't understand until you're walking up 3 flights of stairs up to the top. Like and you see the blast tunnel, and you're anyway.
I have to say though, it was such a highlight meeting Peter, even for just like a few minutes in person. It's just like amazing.
Such a genuine
Unbelievable.
conversation. Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to show some teasers, and then we have a guest who's going to be joining us. And by the way, on the teaser, can you guys tell me if there is sound? Because we had, as I said, a lot of technical issues. So you have to tell me.
And Vince is really good with the sharing audio stuff. So.
Yeah, it's a new laptop. It's lately has not been an issue. Okay, so.
Able to full screen that?
No.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it doesn't work.
No, I think you just mute yourself, right?
Guess who didn't kidnap SBB? Did you? Okay, I don't think this will work. Or?
We turn off the mics while it's playing, or will we lose it if we turn them back on?
Oh yeah, wait. Okay, I mute this mic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry guys.
Oh my!
We can just turn the audio off.
Okay, so is there audio now? Now you guys get to be part of all the technical issues that we have. Like this is exactly what.
This is like how most episodes start. Is with like this.
Not to this degree.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep, normal audio. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Okay.
That's unfortunate that we can't really share any clips then today. But
yeah,
I feel like there has to be a way.
if you find a way, we can quickly do it. I just want to let in. So we have Miss Iglesias with us. She was with us on the whole trip. She was one of the investors. Hi. That got in, and I had very good conversations with her. It was a pleasure to meet you. How are you doing?
Good. I'm very tired. I'm actually surprised you guys were able to make an episode tonight.
Is it? Sorry.
the
The audio. I'm sorry. The audio is a catastrophe. Sorry, I don't think this is going to work. It's not you. It's us. Okay, you come on next time.
No worries.
Okay, awesome. Very nice meeting you.
you'd think 4 reasonably intelligent people could figure out.
Your words, not mine.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know why it's so hard. We've never done a four-way. It's
In
funny.
person,
Like,
it's
you would think the 100th episode would be like a technical excellence, pre-planned, and it's like the worst episode ever.
should have just live streamed at the event.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll just say that was Miss Iglesias, a fairly prominent person in the community, and it was amazing to be able to get to meet her in person and hang out with her for a while and share the experience, as well as Francisco, Lauren from my Discord server. It's amazing that so many people we already knew we got to meet up with in person and see the faces behind the names. Several other people, we shook their hand, retail investors who won the contest, and just really cool experience as well, just meeting up with the rest of them.
Yeah, met a gentleman from Austin and met another gentleman from Utah, another woman from California. She actually was the one that won, but she brought her brother who was from Utah.
Right.
That was a touching one.
Yeah.
He basically said he followed Rocket Lab Weekly from the beginning, and he basically retired from he's retiring in 2 months or something, from his Rocket Lab investment. And that was really, that keeps you, makes you want to go do more episodes. And
for sure.
Yeah, very, very touching. Cool. So I think maybe we could go over interesting stories from the event, and then we will release the videos as it will come. So one interesting story is that we didn't get like a clear thing from Muriel, like if there's going to be like a sit-down interview with Sir Peter Beck or Adam Spice. And then there was like a mingle, like, so they did the event, and then they did this, like that they want to do this differently. I don't know, maybe you saw the video online, that like the way that they opened the launch pad is that they actually tried the water dilution system. And they actually engineered it, like Peter Beck told me that they engineered it. It was like on 30% that you would just get drizzled from the water, and that was freaking fantastic. And definitely there is water. It was on my skin on the LC3. Yeah. And so like I met with Sir Peter Beck, and I thought we were just mingling, and I was like speaking to him about Swedish candy that I brought him, and how like I hope he flies private, and he was like no, and like completely useless stuff. And then he got called away to something else, and then Muriel told me like no, there's no interviews, like this is it, like you mingle with him. And I'm like, like this this meme with like
by the way, I never thought that's when like Vince thought the other day when I was like, we're getting a private interview, and I wrote that on Twitter, like I interpreted it as we were going to mingle with everything. And
that's why you wrote
that. That's why I wrote that.
Yeah.
I was like, I never thought we were going to get a sit down by any means. I anticipated it was going to be a mingle.
You guys also think, or I mean, it was not clear in the email.
Yeah, I thought it was like a maybe if they have time, but I was also kind of like
exactly
time that day.
Exactly.
Like, more important people to see.
Yeah, but Dave and Matt, like you got in really good questions to Sir Peter Beck, and me and Scotto spoke with Adam Spice and Frank Klein. And Frank Klein was someone who we tried to get on, do an interview with before.
It was actually looking pretty good.
Yeah, like we did a pretty good interview.
But because of this, I think we kind of stopped. Like we
like I mean before it was like looking good. Like we were kind of like talking with Muriel. She's like, yeah, he's interested. Like we even started a document like getting our questions ready, and then it just kind of fell through. And we kind of figured it was like within a week of being invited, and we're like, oh, they've got a lot on their plate. So we kind of put that on the back burner.
Exactly.
And I had an opportunity to speak to Frank today, and it was really cool.
He said, let's do it.
Yeah.
And we asked Sean DeMillo, who's the VP of Neutron Development, and Frank, we were like, what are you working on? And everything. So anything to do with capacity uplift and getting everything through the pipeline. He says he's flying at every facility that they have. He's literally just looking at it and trying to understand how to increase capacity, looking at manufacturing. So
he mentioned in particular that he's stationed in Long Beach as well. So like that, between the two complexes, the headquarters and then the previous Virgin Orbit facility, that's like, you can assume he's working on engine capacity and whatever's going on for the spacecraft, or like where the SDA stats are being put together, and I guess, ultimately printed it. I think is that where they, or no, the big AFP machine that's in
Maryland, I believe.
that's
Mhm.
okay.
No?
But then all
I feel
the
like
so
Maryland.
would that be like all the integration of the satellites then that he'd be focusing on? She did mention the 2 sites in particular.
He made it seem like I mean I asked him in particular like Archimedes, and I asked Sean DeMillo like Archimedes, and he said like yes.
Mhm. Yeah, that's
So-
definitely cranking those out. I
Yeah.
can't remember. I think they said a couple dozen or something.
Yeah.
It's in one of the interviews, and I was like, "Do they mean that literally? Because that's a lot of engines that have been printed."
Hmm.
There's actually a like a mock-up Archimedes today, and it was
Huge.
it has serial number 5, but my understanding is it was kind of Frankenstein together. And Peter joked it was a very expensive showpiece to be hauling around. So
Mhm.
I don't think it's an engine that's going to fire, but I think it's one that has fired different
Parts of it, yeah.
Parts of it.
I had a really interesting conversation with one of the employees, and they were talking about how certain sensors that were there, they're already talking about which ones are already going to be in future models potentially shaved off, and which ones are kind of, legacy, and which ones are going to potentially be, needed right now. And, just they're already thinking about the next version and how to make it simpler and merge parts together. And I don't know if that's part of Frank's doing, to make and merge some of these things to make them simpler and streamline things, make it faster.
Francisco was with us as well, and he was asking. There was a like a press release from Nikon maybe 2 months ago or something, and they're talking about like getting a couple new printers. So I was kind of like, is that for engines? Is that for satellites? Like, what exactly is that for? And he figures it's like it's for Archimedes, and it's going to reduce several parts for the engine. So that was pretty cool. Pretty cool to hear.
Definitely like some really interesting conversations that I know, Dave, you got really good footage. I know that Vince, you got really good
Unfortunately,
footage.
like my camera work was horrendous because I was just kind of like so struck talking to these people and thinking of what to ask them and stuff and chatting, and like I wasn't really focusing on where I was pointing my camera so much, but I don't know. Hopefully people still enjoy it. And
I think
hear
the thing
questions.
that I loved most was just the culture. It seems like everybody really is enjoying what they're doing. They're feeling the great success that's going on. Another piece that I really loved was like the camaraderie between the local governments. And I think that that's doing a really good job. Like they definitely feel a lot of strength and love for the local area in Virginia here. And you definitely felt that with the government speeches from the governor, from a lot of the local agencies that gave talks. And so they talked a lot about, and I'm sure the people that watched the stream and eventually now the video, how quickly they got some of this stuff kind of through. And, I think that that's probably going to be a case study for a lot of people. And then there's more to come in this particular region, and hopefully with Rocket Lab still, it seems like that they want to use Rocket Lab as a pivot point for the Mid-Atlantic Regional Spaceport, Mars. And it seems like they're really not stopping. They're doubling down, right? They mentioned Mars from Mars, right? Putting people in space, Venus, right? Like from here. And I was kind of like, those are bold statements. And sometimes, people are like, oh, those are political statements. But I mean, I believe it.
Yeah.
And you mentioned doubling down. Like, I think one of the most impressive takeaways during the tour today was like, you see 2 tanks side by side, and then you see the kind of like groundwork for the next couple. They already have it in mind that it's like, no, we're going to need more tanks. So this is the area that's designated for that. And there's like so many examples of that. You guys, you might remember the renders of the original LC3. There's like these like lanes almost that kind of go away from the neutron launch pad. And they were like, I was asking about that. I'm like, is that still on the plate? And the guy just pointed, is like, you see how that tent there is the only temporary like item here? It's like, that's exactly where it's going to go. I'm like, they already just know exactly what the next several block upgrades are. And it's just so well thought out. Just everything there. Like that launch mount is just like, you look at it, you're like, okay, it's just a big item, but it's just like, you go inside and you're like, oh man, like everything is just so thought of to like the finest detail.
Yeah.
and beautiful.
Yeah, it was really well.
By the way, I see in the comments that people are asking if we got an update on when Neutron is launching and if we saw Neutron parts. So there was a facility that is like a big tent, which I think is called the Neutron Integration
Assembly and Integration Facility.
Yeah. And that one we were not allowed to enter in. And they did say that there is a spacecraft in that one. And there was only the Archimedes engine on the pad.
Yeah.
So we did not see Neutron parts. And I did ask Sir Peter Beck, how is the launch looking? And he said they will be here until midnight, December 31st, to make it go right. Like he didn't promise, but like I felt from him that they're really going for it. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. So yeah. I guess before I was almost like, I don't think they will make it. And now I'm back to like, there's still a chance.
The governor sounded confident.
Yeah, it sounded very confident.
Yeah. And by the way, I don't know if I probably didn't get this on camera, but we spoke to the investor relations head, and he actually said that, you know, like everybody wants to know the launch date of Neutron, and the problem is like we even don't know the launch date of Neutron because the last thing that you get is the FAA license. And to set the launch date, you need to have the FAA license. And then it's like a week from that point, or yeah. And then he's like, we don't fully control when we get that. And, you know, everything else before that needs to be done. So he's like, don't worry, like we're really working on it, but it will come when it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw your thumbnail. It's really cool.
Mine?
Yeah, it's a good video.
What is this thumbnail?
It's just our picture.
All four of us.
Oh yeah.
I think Scott said you were talking to Adam, and he was pretty excited for some of the equipment that's going to be showing up pretty soon, right? In the coming weeks. So I think there's going to be a lot more big Neutron pieces that hopefully we'll catch a glimpse of. Or
well, yeah, and that's what Patrick, the guy from Investor Relations, like that's kind of what he mentioned. Or sorry, maybe it was I'm getting all the names mixed up. But it was one of the gentlemen from Rocket Lab, and he's just like. He all but said, he's like, yeah, basically in the next couple of weeks, kind of expect like, you know, pieces are going to start to be being put together, but kind of not necessarily behind closed doors. So like, you know, maybe not necessarily like Rocket Lab investors are going to be like, you know, looking for it, but somebody might be like, what is this photo of this thing? It's going to end up on Twitter. And you like, I think people are going to lose their minds because I think items are going to start to be being put together in short order. Kind of like what we saw with the launch pad, where it's just like, okay, it's a field. Okay, now it's just like leveled ground, and suddenly it's just like,
you see an Electron at LC2 horizontal.
Yeah. Wallop's Vantage will be busy.
Yes.
Twitter account.
Yeah, good photos.
Better
Keep it
upgrade
up.
your lens. Buddy.
Yeah. If you need some money for snacks or something to stay out there, you know, let me know. I'll subsidize it.
Yeah. Okay, and then. An unrelated story that we should not forget. We should tell the story of what happened to Scotto on the trip.
Oh man,
he was not an easy guy to get to arrive. And so you wanna?
Well, I mean, yeah, where do I start? So all in all, to get there was 3 separate flights. So I land the first one, and. I timed it. I wouldn't have had time to walk from off the first flight to the second flight, let alone having to go through security. So I'm like, I remember I approached the line. I looked at how many people were in front of me. I'm like, I'm absolutely not making this flight. So I'm kind of like texting them, just like, hey, heads up, plans are going to change. I'll keep you guys posted. And sure enough, I missed the flight by a long shot. And then I get posted up in the next flight and check the new times and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I'm actually going to arrive. And I asked the lady, I'm like, oh, so this is actually still going to land at like 6:30, like actually 6:20 now. So 10 minutes earlier. And she's like, yeah, and I'm like, okay, sweet. So I text these guys, like, yeah, no problem. Like, I'm actually going to be right on time. And Dave's arriving at the same time too. So like, you know, Vince and Matt and I would be together. Dave and I can get picked up at the same time. We can head to the Airbnb. And then, so I take the next flight and then I get off, and I'm just kind of updating the guys, and I just check my bag. So I'm a little bit concerned, right, with the flights being changed around. Like, is my bag there? Is my bag, like, what's going on? My bag's in Colorado, which is a city that had nothing to do with any of the flights that I was taking. I still don't know why. Like, I still don't know why it was in Colorado. But I'm like, surely it's just like a little bug or whatever. Because it said that the AirTag updated like 45 minutes ago or something. So I'm just like, oh, it's just bugging out. Like, it'll be fine. So I get on the next flight. And I mean, I'll kind of fast forward. I keep checking, like, what's going on with my bag? Why is it in Colorado? And then it's in between the second and third flight where I'm kind of like looking at the time, and Matt's asking me, he's like, are you clear? Like, where are you? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm about to board my next flight. So they're expecting me at 10 minutes earlier, like 6:20. No. That was from a whole different time zone. So again, to fast forward, I now arrive at, what time did I arrive? Like 10:30?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So like 3 entirely different time zones. And then, yeah, sure enough, my bag's in fucking Colorado.
And that was your event clothes.
Yeah,
yes.
So that
yes.
was...
By the way, this little red flare, that's all Francisco. So thank you for lending me your shirt. Because yeah, mine arrived like it was about midway through the event today, and they're like, "Hey, we got your suitcase." I'm like, what am I gonna do with it now?
Right.
So yeah, they ended up getting my luggage to me, but it was a whole day.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, do we want to share any more from the event?
I mean, I just thought like me and Matt had a pretty cool conversation with Peter, and like initially I thought I'd kind of like missed my opportunity to talk to him because I went to grab lunch where they were giving out lunch, and then I came back and you guys were like just finishing up a picture with him and stuff, and I was like, oh shit, like I just blew it or whatever.
I walked over. It was soon, like I saw them. I was talking to Adam, which was a great conversation, by the way. And same with you. I walked over. I was like, where did he go? And you're like, oh, he just left. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he was called.
Yeah. Go ahead, dude.
But yeah, he was, I don't know, he was talking to someone else, and I'm just kind of like waiting for my turn to talk to him because there's all sorts of reporters and politicians and people around. And then he just kind of turned around because we were ready to talk to him, and he was like, recognized us right away, and he's like, whoa. And it was like, cool. It was just so obvious that he was like happy we were there and stuff, and it was super cool.
The fact that he like recognized us like just made my heart melt. Like I felt like such a fanboy, but
yeah,
which I am.
Yes, of course. But yeah, it was just a fun conversation, and yeah, it was a great moment. So
yeah, and then Adam joined in like a minute or two after we started talking to Peter, and just had a really good conversation. You have that video.
Yeah, where my camera's pointed in the wrong spot probably most of the time.
Which is like kind of cool because I had no idea that Dave was. We had so many great conversations with Sean DeMillo and just Taylor, I think his name was the launch.
Men in Black.
Men in Black launch director for for LC3 and LC2. Guys got a big job. And Sean DeMillo is the VP of Neutron Development. And you got a lot of really good conversations. I'm just like chatting away, like, so yeah, I'm asking all these like crazy questions, and luckily Dave just had the camera rolling, and you had really good questions. So.
Yeah. I was hoping we could share some clips today, but technical reasons, like I said, it didn't work out, but we'll be posting some stuff.
It's probably better because then you can put it on your channel and get the credit.
Whatever. Yeah.
So reading the comments, and people are very surprised that we have legs.
I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, exactly. And somebody said that this is Rocket Lag Weekly.
Oh, is it?
Instead of Rocket Lag Weekly.
Lagging pretty bad, eh?
No, like the legs.
Oh, lag. Yeah. I thought it was lag. Okay.
Yeah. So it's true. The rumor is true. We have legs. Yeah, I mean, it was a surreal experience, and also like how available the team was. I mean, like literally like Sir Peter Beck, Adam Spice, Sean DeMillo, like they were just standing around, and if you had your courage, you could just walk up to them and ask any questions. And I think it was Frank Payne who was the one who was like, I want to start the camera, and he's like, get Muriel here.
Yeah.
And then I just started asking the question, and then he was like, okay, it's fine without Muriel. And yeah.
Speaking of being available too, I felt like Muriel was actually the hardest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
She's running around just like connecting people, and yeah, like the amount of work she put into this is like words don't tell, you know.
Phenomenal job if you're
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I hope you get my presents in the end. Yeah. Okay, I stopped talking
Frank's
about
I
that.
didn't know you guys had spoken to Frank before, and I
thought that was
saw
the first
Vince
interaction.
ran
Yeah.
up to him with like
Really?
these very
I thought that was
bright,
the first
pink
interaction.
colored bags. And I'm like, does Frank just think some crazy person's
I
running up
100%
to him?
thought the same. I 100% thought
No,
the
because
same.
like I said that I have some like presents to them, but it was like it's a bit complicated. Like they were not with me because we were bussed into like the launch pad, and then they were like this at the assembly facility, and then like they said that just give it to any Rocket Lab employee, and then like we stayed very long on the launch pad, and then when we came back, like there was no Rocket Lab employees, and then like Adam Spice and what's his name? Frank. Like they were touring the building, and I saw him come out, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is my last chance!" Because I would have felt very stupid that I brought all these gifts from Sweden, and then I go back with my wife, and it's like, it didn't work. I couldn't give it. Yeah.
I did see. Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh wow. So Space Cowbell gifting 1 Rocket Lab stock to D-Fray Team's travel card. Yeah. Thank you for doing this for the community. Yeah. I'm actually very excited for the videos to come out. I mean, the tour video, I think is going to be like, I mean, it's a bit nerdy video, but it's going to feel like you're there.
When you're standing underneath like the flame diverter where
Oh my god.
the exhaust is going to come out, it's just really cool.
That part of
It's
the, I
just
feel
really
like,
cool to
I'm
see.
not going to spoil it, but that conversation with Peter, and the people will know if you watch the video between Peter, Adam, me, and you'll know that part of the conversation because I think you got that on camera. It involves the flame inverter. It was pretty funny.
I did see a question. Did we see any other launch pads? We did get to see where Haste takes off from.
Yeah.
And actually, I noticed so there's the Neutron water tower, and then pretty much right above Haste is another white tower, and there's a Mars logo on it, but there's actually like a big Firefly logo slapped on it now. So it's like right above where Haste is going to be taking off from is a big Firefly.
It's a little ironic.
They did that just to bully Rocket Lab. They're like, you know, it's going to be LC3 opening, and on all the cameras that show that there is like a Firefly logo.
Really?
A lot of other questions?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions, what did you bring from Sweden, Vince? Yeah, so the thing is, I think, like, because I had no clue how we were going to meet, because it was like not, as I said, it was not fully clear from Uriel. And I didn't like if it was going to be like a sit-down interview, like I wanted to give something, right? So I bought like a very typical Swedish candy, reindeer sausage, like everything was small, and a Swedish gem. And then I wrote a little card. That was also very funny because I asked Scotto, like, what should I write on the car for Sir Peter Beck? And then because I wrote like, congratulations for opening LC3, and then Scott just looks at me and then just write, thanks for not building shit.
Yeah.
So,
off the cuff
Perfect.
too, like just he wasn't thinking long, just right off the cuff. It's perfect.
Oh wow, we got $100 super chat, $100 for 100 episodes.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Much appreciated.
Wow, thank you.
Very generous.
Yeah, very generous. And on the card for Adam Spice, we ended up, because I was like, he should also get something funny. And then I gave the data to ChatGPT, and then we got this thing like, thank you for making sure Rocket Lab doesn't burn money faster than the rocket burns the liquid oxygen or something. Like, I have to see the exact wording, but that was also pretty. Like, thank you for making sure Rocket Lab doesn't burn cash faster than a rocket or something like this. Yeah. So,
I probably talked to Adam probably the most one-on-one, probably 3 or 4 separate times, and then once with you, Pete and Dave. So yeah, that was interesting, and but yeah, I talked to a lot of. It was so. I'm still like.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like when we got there, I was standing around in the tent waiting for the event, and then Adam just walks right up and he's like, "Oh, hey, Dave," and I'm like, "Oh, wow." I was gonna have to like line up to talk to you or something.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "How's it going? What's going on?" And actually, a bunch of people recognize me, so that was kind of cool. Like
Like I watch your
mini
videos.
5 minutes of fame or whatever.
Yeah, so the next question is, will you guys come out for the first Neutron flight? And I think Matt will. It sounded like, I mean, if it's at Christmas time, I have 4 kids. And my wife took a huge bullet. She said that she's going to use this against me when she wants something. I'm afraid this might be a 5th kid. That's what she will say. Like, I want the 5th kid now. We see.
Yeah.
But and you guys also have.
Yeah, I mean, so I think if you're gonna try and watch the Neutron flight, you're gonna be watching from a public viewpoint, and there won't be any kind of like special access because they're too busy, and scheduling will be unreliable because there's probably going to be a lot of scrubs and weather and stuff like that. So I don't think there's going to be a big event out of it. But
plus, if it does land like it at the, I mean, literally in Q4 at all, it's like you got a baby like right
yeah, it's true.
My wife is due December 16th with our first child. So if it's in anywhere in there, I don't think it's happening. So
I'm in a similar boat too. If it wasn't like I mean, I literally flew in last night. I'm flying out at like.
Oh wow! Friday Nebula gave us another $100.
Thank you, Friday.
Yeah, thank you. You're very, very generous. Thank you.
Yeah, Francisco's coming to get you in what, like 4 hours?
Yeah. We're all on.
Oh my god! Yeah.
That was so cool to meet Francisco too.
Yeah. Francisco's a guy I've had interactions with online for years now, and same with Miss Iglesias and a few others. Yeah, it was a shame about Curtis not making it. Obviously, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted that public,
had
but
mechanical problems. What was that?
I said I don't know if he wanted public, but yeah, he got invited, so he would have been public.
Was I not supposed
Well,
to?
I don't know. He would have been public if he came. So yeah.
Yeah.
I think he had plane problems.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you, like, just always plan. You never know.
Yeah, we did take a mental note that it's like if you're coming for such an event, like don't travel the day before. Like give yourself at least like 1 day more. Because if you look at like this team, I would say like Scotto had baggage issues, and if it's not for Francisco, he would be like in street clothes.
Yeah.
On I
would have showed up in like a Carhartt like tee.
Yeah.
Like a Rocket Lab shirt.
Yeah. And like Curtis did it like that's like 20% of the group.
My layover, or I guess transfer, was very close thing as well, catching my flight. So I was feeling a little nervous as well.
I guess it's one. I was talking about this with Vince. It's like it's one thing if it's maybe New York or something like that, where it's a lot more frequent flights to and from. But somewhere like Norfolk or it's maybe a little bit more infrequent.
Yeah, me catching the flight to Norfolk from New York was a nail biter because I had I think 2 hours for the layover, and I needed to like claim my baggage, like come into the US, like go through the passport control, and then submit my baggage, and then go through TSA, and then my flight from Europe was late, and then I already had like 1 hour and 40 minutes to do the whole thing, and I almost missed the plane. And I was texting my wife, and she checked like if I missed the plane, like there was no other plane. Like like the next plane I think would have come like would have arrived here like 1 o'clock today or something.
Wow, maybe could have drove.
Oh my god!
Is that another?
Yeah, it's another. But he's giving to all of our channels.
Oh wow, thank you, much appreciated.
You're super generous.
Much appreciated.
And by the way, he's asking if there's going to be a Rocket Lab Weekly meetup. And sure, we can talk about it. I don't know, like, because we're such a diverse group, like, I don't know where it would be.
Yeah.
Maybe a poll.
Sorry?
Maybe we could do a poll as to where.
Yeah. I don't know, or maybe it could be like a Rocket Lab facility that we maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, 100 launches is coming up.
Yeah,
100th launch is coming up probably sometime next year.
Oh, yeah. Maybe that could be
put that out into the universe.
At the same time, like I always like want to balance like not distracting the company. Like, and I wanted to like mention, like Vince said, I'll be here potentially for the launch. That would be on my own dime. I wouldn't be with Rocket Lab. I would be on a public facility or like public viewing area.
Yeah.
And I'd just be staying at my own Airbnb and potentially driving down as they would be like, yes, you know, and hopefully it would be within a 2-week window, or probably not. Maybe it'd be over a month or so. But my hope would be like, hey, we're potentially going to try again today. And I would drive down for 2 hours and try to make it. But my biggest fear is I just don't want to distract the team from the bigger goal. As much as we would love to continue to celebrate and, you know, enjoy each other's time, at the end of the day, I would love an investor day too. But at the same time, it's like, would that distract? And knowing how a public company operates, sometimes you put together these presentations to feed investors, and it detracts away from actually getting business done. And sometimes it's just better to execute and just get the results than it is to actually feed the investors. And sometimes I think companies think the opposite. And so I just don't want Rocket Lab to kind of turn into that kind of team. And I don't want us to try to inspire that. So I think they've been very good so far about being results oriented and being huge about execution. And I just don't want us to distract them. If they have the opportunity to take a pause like they did today, and like obviously they needed to get it with the governor and everything like that to give the speech, and then I think it was a good opportune time. But in terms of like a launch, like they don't need me poking and potentially hitting a red button or something accidentally. You know what I mean? Like that happened on the first launch, right?
Yeah. Can you imagine just bumping a button, the whole water system?
I have horrible balance. So like I would like scratch my leg or something and like leaned over and like knock over something, and next thing you know, Rud. You know?
Yeah, I mean that was kind of, how do you call it, like unromantic, that we asked Sir Peter Beck like what's the best way to watch the New Zealand launch, and then he was like, I'm sorry to say, but the live stream, because he said like the pad is like not easily approachable. And he was like, we're not letting you into the, like with the, to distract the guys, which I respect. And and he said that like where you can publicly watch it, it's like you see this like tiny little thing go up, and he's like, honestly, but he said that the Virginia facility is going to be awesome for the public viewing. Like he said, it's going to be like, that's where you want to be.
I remember hearing like there's a decent public viewpoint already for electrons, but the schedule, like we don't often know when these haste launches are going to go off. So I really,
one of you asked, who was it? Like,
was it me on the bus? On the bus?
No, like one of you went to was it the launch director and said, when is the next haste launch? And he was like,
oh yeah. I did ask that up top. On the bus also, there was a gentleman talking about, he worked, I think he was ASI Legacy or something like that. And he was talking about LC2 and I asked, I was like, hey, is, you know, Jake 4 going? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't know if he just doesn't know about Jake 4, or he's just like, you know, I'm not supposed to know about Jake 4, or so I didn't really get it. But he also works for ASI, so I don't know if he knows about Jake 4. So I don't know. You never know, right? Some people work in disparate parts of the business, and
it did really feel like that. Like, you know, you ask some guy in the launch part of the business about like spacecraft, and they're just like, boom, like everybody felt so like meshed together. I felt.
Yeah.
The only part where they were not meshed together is we were getting this tour like around the neutron pad, and then we were like, can we go into the pad? And then the lead engineer was like, no, you guys don't go there. And then somehow we still ended up in there.
Yeah, somebody else is like, yeah, you can go with us. So we're just like, okay.
Yeah, we were like, don't ask questions.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Yeah, but we couldn't film inside. We could only film like on the top of the pad.
Which is interesting because I think it was Taylor, the flight director. Originally, he was taking like the lighting folks around, and because I guess they worked on LC2 and now LC3, and I think they were just showing him like the flame diverter and everything like that. And then he stopped at LC2, and I was like, are we going to go up? Right. And that's when I met up with you to talk to Pete and Adam. And then we ended up going up, and then he took us up again. But he like ended the tour, and I was like, wait a second, like we didn't go up. Like I thought we were supposed to.
It was a real tough choice for me, because like I saw you two starting to go up on the launch mount, and I'm like getting close to being able to talk to Peter.
Yeah.
Do I like go?
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna miss my chance again.
Anyway, it worked out. I stayed. I got to talk to him with Matt, and then we managed to go up.
Yeah.
And,
So Man on Mars gave us a $5 super chat, and he's asking how was the water deluge. So it was engineered, maybe I said it before, like to 30%, so that we would not get drenched in water, but we would get a little drizzle, and it was like perfect. Like we just felt like
just got a little bit of
like a wet wind.
Yeah.
And so I felt the water on my hands. So definitely there is water.
Perfectly
done. Tested that out a few times.
They had
how
to.
much do we?
Which is again proof of like how much water that, like the person who wrote this short report, like, is it like ChatGPT, like give me ideas on short, like it was such obvious BS, or I don't know,
the
like
water thing. I don't know about that one. But.
That's laughable.
It was like there was water everywhere, so like it's hard to describe. So like it's actually interesting. Like there's obviously retention ponds to get the majority of the water, and then some gravel, and then where we were kind of standing, it was like sandy-ish. So the water kind of seeps through, but then even as you kind of go away from the pad itself, there was like still water still. So it's just like just the amount of water, just pretty astonishing. But yeah, it was just pretty funny. I was not expecting that at all. I was just like, yeah, we're going to cut the ribbon and call it a day. And then in Peter fashion, right? He always has a surprise, which I love.
Yeah, that was a cool little.
We have been baptized by Rocket Lab. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Tried to get a few good questions in there. I asked about the Geos acquisition now that it's closed, if we could get any details, but they said no, they have to kind of be careful about how they release that info. So didn't get any information on that front. I casually just slid in there. So who's the confidential Neutron customer? Anyway, that didn't get that answer either. No.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Is there anything else you guys want to share?
Man,
a cigar.
Oh yeah. We're gonna take a cigar now, and we were thinking about doing it during the stream, but we can't smoke on the Airbnb, and it's probably not smart to have video evidence of us smoking. Anything can and will be used against us. And,
crazy, man.
I mean, for me, I just really want to thank Rocket Lab, because it's amazing how they embrace the retail crowd, and obviously, like whenever we're invited, I try to, and you too, like all of you, try to keep this balance of like, don't be a distraction to the company. Like like if you see that Sir Peter Beck is like speaking with a potential customer or the governor, like we don't go there and like, stop, we're the retail investors, give it.
Move over, Governor Youngkin.
Yeah. By the way, one last funny story. Like Matt walked past Sir Peter Beck when he got off the bus, and it was so funny. Like we were like, did you see Sir Peter Beck? And you're like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, didn't you see? And
I turn around and everyone else is like crowding around him, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like in this haze of just like, I can't believe I'm here. Just like, but this gentleman that was just like, everybody head to the tent or whatever. That nice air conditioned tent. I think you guys saw on the stream. And I guess it's like me being like astonished by, I was like, as soon as I got off the bus, I'm taking pictures. I turn around, this gentleman from security, and I think like me looking at him directed me right around Peter Beck, and I could have just been like, oh my God, Peter, like got my photo immediately within 10 seconds of getting off the bus, but nope. And then immediately you guys were like, you're an idiot. And I'm like, yes, I am. Like, I'm an airhead, right? But I'm just happy. And one lesson I've learned today, and I've told these guys like 4 times, so they're probably like, Matt, yes, we've heard you say this, is like when you see your opportunity, just like take it. So there was a couple times where we had the opportunity to get like a little bit more swag, which we want to send to you guys. We got some like additional swag here and there. But I initially was just like afraid that I wasn't going to get my picture with Adam. There was a time where we were standing by Archimedes, and then he got pulled away. And then there was another time, but eventually, a couple more times, and I eventually got my picture with Adam. I had conversations with him once or twice that he got pulled away, but I just like want to make sure I get that picture. And then same thing towards the end. Like I was afraid I almost didn't get my picture with Peter, and I was like, Pete, sorry to be that guy. And luckily we got that great photo between me, you, and Dave. Me, Pete, and Dave. So, but yeah, don't be afraid. Just like
yeah. So I want to thank Rocket Lab Muriel for making this happen. I mean, like they really, I don't know how to say, like they really changed the rules for this day. They stretched. They allowed us on the pad, which would normally not be possible. We were inside the pad, which
insane.
It was like,
couldn't take pictures of that.
Yeah, exactly. Even that was not supposed to happen, but we still made it inside. And so.
And you guys too. I feel like we're kind of representatives of everyone, basically. So
show them your shirt.
If everyone wasn't. Oh yeah, we all got our free Neutron
logo.
shirts and everything, and little swag bags and. Yeah.
They sent us home with these water bottles too, with the water tower on the bottles. That was pretty impressive.
I didn't notice that one yet.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Just surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, great experience, great weekend.
All right.
Thank you to you guys. It's literally because you guys watch, and
literally
100 weeks ago we started this, and just been having an absolute blast, and hope we're doing it for the next 1,000 weeks. I never plan on selling my shares. Eventually, these companies could be paying dividends, buying back stock. And it's interesting. You'll see in Dave's video, I was like, Pete, like 20 years ago, like, did you see this? And he was basically like, no, you kind of just take it as it comes, right? And I'm kind of curious, like, after Flatellite, like, what's next, And I'm sure, working with the government officials and working with what comes up, like, we'll find out. And I'm sure that Pete's going to do his best, and we're working with Adam to find out what are the best bolt-on opportunities and what are they going to grow organically. And by that point, we're going to be making so much money from a free cash perspective that we're going to be able to be the best end-to-end space company on the planet. So
my bad.
I'm not getting my money back. No,
Structural I'm not. It was not my fault.
No, you're good.
Did you have a deposition for this safety money for the Airbnb?
No.
Okay.
No deposit coming back.
Deposit, that's
there wasn't a deposit. No.
Okay, cool. I think it's cigar time. So huge thank you for everyone. The videos will be coming soon. We need to get home. And see you not this Saturday, but next Saturday on Rocket Lab 101.
Insane, man.
Yeah, it's insane.
Pleasure to meet these guys in person.
Yeah.
It's like,
I was really afraid that, oh my God, we just got another $100.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Wow. Yeah.
What was I going to say? I was really afraid that we will like meet, and it's like so cool to meet you, and then 5 minutes later it's like crickets, like because we have never met before, right? And,
in person.
But it went really good.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I wasn't too worried about that. But.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So see you guys. Big thank you.
Thank you guys so much.
Ciao, ciao.
Insane.